Well, what about this then? What about self-checkouts that will make funny little comments like AI, ChatGPT in the self-checkout and be like, ooh, that's a lot of lube or whatever it is that you happen to be buying.
I think it's more nuanced than that. I think being right-wing economically means you're unkind, uncharitable, and you don't care about people less fortunate than yourself.
Which really brings us back to the question, is nuance dead on our side of the spectrum? I don't want to answer some right-wing bigot's question.
Is decline a feeling or a fact?
Fact.
It's comedy, Josh.
Oh, feeling.
Fuck me.
You only give me two choices here. Yes, let's do lots of funny jokes about the decline of our manufacturing base in the UK. I've got 10 minutes on it. Let's go. Boom.
Hello and welcome to Francis Foster Sort Your Life Out, the show where I indeed sort your life out. Now bear in mind, I'm not a therapist. Yeah, I'm not a psychotherapist, physiotherapist, none of that nonsense. So you know the advice that you're going to get on this show is going to be golden. Now, we've got one of the best. No, we don't have. But what we do have is one of the rest. It's Josh Howie, everybody. Comedian, GB News presenter, all-round bigot. Welcome.
Father. Thank you.
Lover. How many kids you got?
5. But it doesn't have to be love. But was it love?
Well, we'll have to ask the missus for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't want to presume.
Yeah,
I did my best.
You did your best. Yeah. I mean, mate, 5 times.
Yeah, 4 of them I did my best.
4 of them you did your best.
Yeah, one of them I called it in.
Do you have a favourite? I'm talking about the times.
Yes.
No, favourite kid.
It would be nice if your love of your child did correlate with the moment of inception.
Yeah,
that would be that'd be a nice way of doing it. No, I do not have a favorite. I'm just aware that they're getting to an age now where they have access to the internet.
Yeah,
like if it had been 10 years ago, I could have got right into it. But now I'm aware that they're friends. They'll Google things like that, and then they'll see this video. So now I have to be a little bit more political about it.
Well, I don't think so, mate, because the show needs all the help it gets at the moment. So
well, it's going to be a bunch of 13-year-olds. That's what you want.
Well, listen, that is Jack's demographic, but we're not going to go into that. So you don't have it. I think if I was a parent, I think my favourite would be the ones that would show me the most respect and get the highest grades in their exams.
No. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. But
because you're putting in an incentive structure.
No, but I think the other thing is that you can't. If you had 2, I think it would be you could have a direct comparison.
Yeah.
So you could go, that one's my favorite.
Yeah.
For whatever criteria you want to go by, grades or whatever. With 5, it's too much all over the place. There's like one's good at this and one's annoying for that, but then the other ones are. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just impossible. It's more that I just want to focus on remembering who they are, that kind of stuff.
You know, my mum forgets my name.
Yeah, but that's dementia.
I know, and I'm an only child.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. What do you mean you can tell?
Just I don't know. Only children. You know, like you've got a suit on. It's classic only child behavior.
Classic only child behavior. What briefcase kid?
Yeah,
that was the briefcase kid. Anyway, so Josh is here. He's a father. He's a writer, he's a comedian, he's a GB News presenter, and he's here to sort your life out. So we're going to get our first problem, or not even problem, dilemma.
There is a format.
Of course there's a format.
I asked earlier and I said, is there a format? And you were like, no.
I didn't say that.
Oh my God. I knew there was a thing. And look, there's a little screen here, there's a little question.
You know what, Josh? There's something that's called research.
I have researched, and that's why I was like, remind me of the format. And you were like, oh, we're just going to chat. There's no format. There's a proper format here. You're trying to sort people's lives out.
Yeah.
Well, I just wish you told me before we started.
All you had to do, Josh.
I want people to sort my life. I don't want to, suddenly you're expecting me to.
My God. Listen.
Okay, fine.
You were brought on the show because I thought you had some modicum, unlike most comedians who are degenerates and retards.
Yep.
Or degenerate retards, or retarded degenerates, however you want to say. I thought you had some experience. I thought you had some level of competence, some expertise. I thought, we're going to bring him in, you know.
Hey, I'm literally hanging on by my fingertips. I'm massively depressed. This is really, I can't be giving people advice.
What do you mean?
This is terrible.
What do you mean?
Because, okay, I'll give them advice what not to do. That will be my advice. There we go. Okay, let's do it. How to not end up where I'm at. I've been awake all night. I've got a crackhead living under me who's slamming doors all night and going, 99999, call the police. I mean, okay, that's my first bit of advice.
What?
Is don't buy an ex-council flat. if the one underneath you is still owned by the council. That's my first bit of advice. Okay, there you go. Boom.
What's the crackhead like? Is he nice?
Well, he's nice when he's not on crack. I don't know if there's that whole thing that crackheads are on crack all the time.
Yeah.
But when he first moved in, I was like hopeful and sort of being nice. And, but then it goes 1 o'clock in the morning. Just suddenly he starts screaming and shouting, and then you could smell a bit of crack coming up through the walls. The thing is, I can't. How do I tell the police that I know what crack smells like? That's been my issue. It's like you can't. How do I complain to the council like he's smoking crack?
Yeah,
you have to know what crack smells like to be able to complain that someone's smoking crack.
Does it smell nice?
No, it's horrible. It's like an acidy smell. I had a friend who was. I'd never done crack, but I had a friend who was into smoking crack. didn't live below me.
Yeah, that sounds like it was you, Josh.
It does sound a little bit like me, but it wasn't me. I'm boring. I've never done any drugs or anything. So now there's a great irony that I have this. I'm plagued by this man who's just doing crack until 5 a.m. and screaming and whatever. So the point is, let's see what level of advice comes out.
Okay, is he enjoying himself?
Torturing us with 5 children upstairs. I don't know. I mean, do people enjoy crack, or does it become a need? I'm not sure. I have to go and ask my old friend from back in the day.
Russell.
She didn't. That's a good story as well.
Yeah. Anyway, so
okay, here we go.
Dear Francis, they put security guards at the supermarket self-checkouts. Is the machine economy still cheaper if it needs people to guard it?
It's good. He's pointed out the flaw in the system.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's what it is. Well, I guess it's 1 security guard versus 4 checkout people.
Yep.
For me, the issue is I did the self-checkout, but with the BP, where you walk around with the hand thing, which I thought the kids would like, and it was like a game. And then you get to the end, and then they come and check it. So I've done all your work for me, and now you're making me wait for another 5 minutes, and they had to do like 20 different items randomly, and the guy couldn't do it. Anyway, the point is, it's very, very frustrating, and if we can just find any reason to not do self-checkouts, I'm for it. And this is a good example.
Do you know, this is where I become a conspiracy theorist, right? Okay.
This is
right. I think self-checkouts are part of the scheme to get rid of cash. Because you go to any checkout, self-checkout, practically none of them accept cash.
Mm-hmm.
The vast majority, I would say conservative estimate here, I'd say at least 70% of them don't accept cash.
Yeah.
So you go in, and the ones that do, a lot of the times, they're not working. And I'm like, this is a way for us to stop selling cash. It's a way for the government to spy on us, Joshy. It's a way for them to track our every single movement and categorize every single payment. Cash is king.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of cash, but I'm not sure if that would be the reason why. That might be one of the reasons. It's just maybe it's something to do with like making us work. They want us to do. They're trying to train us as the economy goes to nothing and jobs disappear. Maybe they're trying to train us to work in a more kind of factory environment. Like they're training a nation to be checkout people. Not that there's anything wrong with being a checkout person. I have huge respect for a good checkout person, by the way. Like I feel like the only conspiracy theory I really believe in is that they were deliberately putting the rubbish people on the tills to make everybody just get so angry that they would go and do the self-checkout instead.
Do you know, this is actually a profound point, but I think the lack of a checkout person is kind of part of the erosion of the things that made life bearable. Do you know, so for instance, if you've got an old person or an old lady, and they go and do their shopping every day, and it'd be the same person on the checkout, let's call her Liz. It'd always be like a Liz, maybe a Karen, right? Kind of working class lady.
Ethel?
Ethel, yeah. Ethel, if it was the 80s or 90s. Sadly, there's not many Ethels around anymore. But yeah, and then, they'd have that, oh, hello, Ethel, how are you? And they'd have that pleasant little interaction.
Yeah.
They would make, it would lubricate the day, shall we just say.
Well, what about this then? What about self-checkouts that will make funny little comments like AI put ChatGPT in the self-checkout and be like, ooh, that's a lot of lube. Or whatever it is that you happen to be buying. Like for Ethel to make her feel a bit more that she has some kind of connection.
Yeah, that's kind of dystopian though. Do you know what I'd do? Is if I could and I had the intelligence, which I don't, but if I did have the technical intelligence, I would like to hack the AI system and just make it make racist jokes.
Okay, I don't know why they had to be racist. They can't just be good jokes.
No. I think it's funnier. Imagine.
Well, maybe for Ethel.
Yeah,
but
for
someone a bit younger might be upset. But I think you're onto something. I think it would be like an update of the the ice lolly jokes. So instead of the ice lolly stick. So the point is, you're beeping through cucumbers, and it's like, how many cucumbers can you fit up your ass, or something like that? It doesn't have to be racist, is what I'm saying. There's no racial element to that.
I just think, imagine if you had a self-checkout, but it was Bernard Manning.
Okay, I'm sure that his stuff is out of copyright.
Yeah,
that could be one of the reasons why they'd want to do it.
He was a great joke writer.
He was a great joke writer. Yeah.
One of my favorite. Bernard Manning jokes.
Is it where you're going to start blacking up?
Yeah. No, it's He goes, people often say I'm anti-Semitic. He goes, well, that's not true. He goes, my dad died in Auschwitz, fell from Watchtower.
So it's because everybody's got a variation of that joke.
But that was his joke originally.
Yeah. And then everybody else just
nicked it. Yeah. And including Henning Wehn. We're seeing you, Henning.
Yeah.
But obviously Manning was Jewish.
Yeah. I didn't actually know that.
He was. Bernard Manning was Jewish.
Okay.
So cool. he was a great,
I'm warming to him.
He had some pretty beautiful jokes.
He had great jokes. He had some great jokes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and a good man.
I honestly don't know anything much about him. He's not my generation. I'm surprised that you're so sort of into Bernard Manning. You're younger than me. I didn't grow up like as part of a Bernard Manning generation.
Yeah, on the anniversary of his death, Jack and I have get the candle. We light a little candle to him, little shrine.
Nice.
And we just play a little.
You remember him?
We remember him.
Good for you. Just repeat his jokes.
Yeah, repeat his jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did a terrible impression of him, by the way.
What do you mean terrible impression?
It was just like, I don't know what you started doing. You're like, I'm my God. And then you sort of went just into your normal accent. You just gave up halfway through.
Yeah, well, that's kind of, anyway.
So do you think that, and can I just ask you a genuine question here?
Yeah.
Did someone actually write this in, or is this like you've got a producer who pretended that this is something that we wanted to do?
It's a genuine question.
Genuine question. You didn't put it in ChatGPT, ask me some questions for my podcast?
No, unlike GB News, we have genuine viewers.
Well, I don't know what that's bullshit. GB News doing very well. Who do you think? How do you fake viewers?
You can fake viewers.
No, you can't. When it's like radar and all the other crap that you can't fake viewers.
Yeah, you
not
can.
for TV.
Yeah, you can.
Oh well.
All those views.
That
was obviously a joke about GB News, but views for TV and radio are notoriously unreliable.
No, for sure, but I don't think you can fake them necessarily. Yeah. I think they're unreliable, but the point is they're unreliable for everybody.
They're unreliable for everybody, and I would argue that they're artificially inflated because it's not in anybody's interest to find out how many people are watching it.
Essentially, I would say for the smaller stuff, it might be actually underrepresented because you've got like one box. You've got 2,000 boxes or something. No, 7,000 boxes representing a country. But what that means is for the smaller stuff, and because everything's so fragmented now, the difference of 10 boxes, could be 50,000 people or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is very boring.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to move on.
Yeah, Francis Foster sorts your life out if you have a TV show and want to justify your low viewing figures.
Dear Francis, I've stopped calling myself right-wing because it comes with too many awkward labels. Yet I still think migrants shouldn't be housed in 5-star hotels at taxpayers' expense. Is nuance dead on our side of the spectrum?
So first of all, what awkward labels? I mean, it used to be just the label was right-wing.
Yeah.
That was it. That was that was the bad label. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the thing with being right-wing was it also came with, not even implicit, but kind of, it was explicit within that label that you were fundamentally a bad person.
Yeah, so you wouldn't. I mean, I'm assuming what he or she means is like racism or racist or bigot or whatever it is.
I think it's more nuanced than that. I think the idea that you can't be a good person and be right wing is because being right wing economically means you're fundamentally unkind, uncharitable, and you don't care about people less fortunate than yourself.
Yeah, I guess so. But going back to the point about the bigot or racist is that, if anything I've learned is that it very much crosses all forms of the political spectrum, and right and left are really just about economics now and about distribution of wealth.
Yeah.
Which really brings us back to the question.
Yeah. Is nuance dead on our side of the...
Is nuance dead on our side of the spectrum?
Because this is somebody I think...
So this is obviously... I don't want to answer some right-wing bigots question.
Well, that's you alienating your TV news audience. No,
I don't... okay, but why is it on our side of the spectrum? Like, what...
Okay, because I think this is actually quite a profound point, if I may say. It's because the left went off the deep end a long time ago, and they went mental. And as former refugees from the left and the comedy industry, we can all agree on that.
Yeah, and some of the right are going off the deep end.
And the right, because the right, until relatively recently, were the thing that made me realise that, not that I'm on the right, but that I think they had better ideas at that time. Let's say the last 3 or 4 years, was because they didn't have the extremes that the left had.
Yeah.
Whereas
they weren't as mental. Like they could justify their positions.
Yeah, they could justify their positions. And to be honest with you, some of their positions were actually were just incredibly mainstream, but controversial, like, for instance, the trans issue. However, what's been very interesting to see is people on the right now go off the deep end.
Yeah, it's really weird. Because you sort of, that was the whole point, was the right was sort of, you might, if you're on the left, you go, the right, well, they're selfish, or they're, as you say, like bad people for how they wish to redistribute wealth, and they just want to keep it all for themselves, and they want the rich to be richer, or whatever it was. But there was logic to it, and there was an ethos, which is, I guess, that if you work hard, you should keep most of those resources. That makes sense, whether you agree with it morally or not. But I guess it's interesting to see parts of the right be mental now, like making these decisions that aren't based on evidence, cruelly based on evidence, but not based on, as opposed to just going on just full out mental bigots or whatever. It is weird. But anyway, is nuance dead on our side? But so this person saying, is nuance dead on the right hand?
Yeah, on the right.
I guess, so how would you put it? Like sensible right, and then just
I would put... So I think you can be centre right. I think you can be right wing and be very sensible. A lot of those positions I wouldn't agree with, but I don't think you are not sensible if you have them. But I think what we're talking about is that kind of extreme right, what some people would call the woke right. The kind of the online right. Look, the right that goes, for me, that is like, Putin did the right thing invading Ukraine.
Yeah.
The rise of the anti-Semitism on the right has been particularly dispiriting to watch. Yep. Yeah, it's it's heartbreaking and actually not dispiriting. So all of these things, the kind of saying, the embracing of the rejection of Israel.
It's just the sort of the lack of a moral compass, combined with just out and out bigotry.
Yeah.
From what I've seen anyway. But as to whether this specific question about migrants shouldn't be housed in 5-star hotels, I think, at taxpayer expense. Migrants should be housed in 5-star hotels at rich left-wing people's expense. Would that make everyone happy?
I don't think it would make them happy, but it would certainly make me happier. I think what we're also talking about here is that because each side of the spectrum has gone nuts, left and now right, and by the way, I think the key element that we missed is this element of the right's embrace of identity politics, particularly going, we white men have been demonized now for too long.
Yeah,
it's time that actually we prioritize white people's rights, and you're like, there's been form for this, and it's never ended well.
Well, it's sort of when it's heading into sort of this ethno-nationalist bullshit. I just want to go back to the 90s. That's all.
Oh, mate.
Just want to be in the 90s again. It was all good. It all felt good. Back to this question, though. I think the real part of this question is about this 5-star hotels. And I think we should ask ourselves, what about a 2-star hotel?
Okay, so what we
does a 1-star hotel even exist?
So where does a travel lodge come in?
3 stars, maybe?
Come on. A travel lodge can't be. Jack, we're going to need to fact check this.
I think that it's very controversial, but I think a travel lodge is at least a 3-star.
It can't be a fucking no. It's
got a bed. It's got a bed.
What do you mean it's got a bed?
Well, it's like a good bed, a decent enough bed. Still got some springs in it. Look, 3.5 stars.
No. That's a 2-star hotel. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. So it's all about the services provided.
It's the services provided, not the
travel lodge. I've had fine times in travel lodges.
I know what you've been up to, mate. You little cheeky.
So maybe 1-star hotel. I mean, would saying that you think that illegal migrants should only stay on 1-star hotels, does that make you racist or a bigot?
No, because I'm of the opinion that for luxury goods and luxury services should only be provided to people who pay for them.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it might catch on. We'll see.
I genuinely when did that become controversial?
But is it because the 5-star hotels are just kind of empty? Because they've all got like lots of houses. All the rich people who would stay in 5-star hotels have just got apartments across London.
Yeah, but that's private enterprise. If they're just empty, then that's the business of the people who own them.
So they should cut those rooms up and make them into 1-star hotels.
Yeah, they should.
That's if they really wanted to make some money.
Or what travel lodge should just do is just take over every hotel. Every hotel can be a migrant hotel.
Obviously, we've got hostels.
Yeah.
I think people would be happy with tents and things like that. I think there are people who, if illegal migrants came over and were put in a tent, you don't think that would make them happy?
No, because then that's an eyesore. You don't want to see someone in a tent.
I'm not saying like a tent and put it in the middle of. But
that is what's happening.
What, they're in tents?
Yeah.
I thought the whole point was they went to hotels because everyone sort of forgets that these hotels that are out in the middle of nowhere are there. These like wedding hotels and stuff.
Yeah, it's just. You know what
I'm glad we solved it anyway.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what people get so upset about? It's because it's unfair. The ordinary person is struggling, and which is, and I understand the anger and the resentment. It's completely justified. But I think it says something deeper about our system. It says our system is not fit for purpose.
Of course not. When you've got homeless people, when you've got people in the army or ex in the army who are homeless or who need help, it's ridiculous. So, but this goes back to the theory that I have that everything is about fairness. Like whatever side of the political spectrum you are, it's what you think is fair. So left or right, you think this is the fair distribution of wealth, and the left think that it's fairer that the richer people pay a bit more and that it's a little bit more evenly distributed, and the right think that you should be able to keep more of it and it's survival of the fittest. That is, like, for me, traditional left-right politics. Of course, what happened is, as you've spent last years talking about, and me as well, is that all this identity politics got subsumed into it, certainly adopted by particularly the left and now the right. But if we could just separate all of that stuff, all of the trans and all this, DEI or whatever it is, and
they're real women.
Go back to just how you think, what's the fairest system? Yeah. And I think why that makes sense for the UK is because I feel like when people talk about what it is to be British, fairness would be the word I pick out of everything, because it's all about we're a queuing culture, and that's why when we see people pushed to the front of a queue, the nation goes mental. Like for the Queen, the Queen's.
Do you know? I do think that's why Schofield got cancelled so hard, because he pushed the queue.
He pushed the queue,
and we were like, "Look, mate, you may allegedly have nonced the kid, allegedly, but you pushed to the front of the queue." F you, mate.
Well, this is it. So I don't mind illegal immigrants going in 5-star hotels, but it feels like that they're pushing the queue.
Yeah. For
people who are ahead of the queue, who have been on that list to get a 5-star hotel before them.
Yeah.
That's why I think people are really upset. Yeah. It's the unfairness.
It is. It's the unfairness.
That's not a right or a left wing thing per se. I just think people just think that it's not fair that British people aren't being able to have homes and roofs over their head first.
And that's fair enough. So is nuance
Does
dead
that make me?
It makes you right wing.
Okay.
Is nuance dead on our side of the spectrum? No, I don't think it is. I think it's this minority of people who are highly vocal, both left and right. And it also comes down to the cowardice of people on the left who let this spread. And now it's coming down to the cowardice of people on the right who are letting this spread.
Well, can I just check? This is meant to be funny-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
I'll get on it. I haven't slept, but I'm going to get funny from now on. Next question is going to be really funny. Please, nothing about illegal immigration. Oh my God. No, they're scrolling. Look at it. Every question. You can't see this, but they're just scrolling past illegal. Here we go.
Dear Francis.
Oh my God.
Right.
No,
We're gonna...
there's more of it. This is right.
This is my audience.
This is it. They just want to talk about vape shops and Turkish barbers.
Yeah. Dear Francis, I'm going to do this.
Okay.
I heard someone say Britain doesn't make anything anymore. Then I looked in my kitchen and saw kettles from China, knives from Germany, biscuits from Poland. Is decline a feeling or a fact?
Fact.
It's comedy, Josh.
Oh, feeling.
Fuck me.
You've only given me two choices here.
Yeah.
There's a binary response.
You've been talking.
Talk if he's like talk about how I don't know. This is serious. How you? Yes, let's do lots of funny jokes about the decline of our manufacturing base in the UK. I've got 10 minutes on it. Let's go. Boom.
Well, you do satire, don't you?
Yeah, but like about the size of my dick. not about whether biscuits are from Poland. That's quite specific. I don't know what biscuits he's. Is it hobnobs made in Poland? Hobnobs. There we go.
Yeah.
Brought it back. Saved it.
Yeah, you did.
Saved the day. I don't look around the room and sort of go, oh no, oh China. I was made in China. Oh, what's happened to this great empire?
Yeah.
I don't get depressed when I think about that.
You don't get depressed about the hollowing out of our manufacturing base, our proud British
But
workers.
it sounds like he or she is looking.
Or they.
Or they are trying to find. They're going around their kitchen and trying to find this stuff that's made from elsewhere. All I'm saying is I think this person is unhappy before they started seeing where their kettle was made. Like if you're looking where was my kettle made, I think the problems go deeper than our manufacturing decline.
Do you know what I think a lot of this is?
I don't mean to hurt that person's feelings.
No, I think a lot of this is not getting laid.
That's what it is.
I think just imagine, right, all of the problems in your life that we've all got them.
Yeah,
we've all got them.
We've got long enough? How long is it? It's an hour podcast, right?
Yeah. How better would you feel about every single one of them if you had a little bit of smash and grab the night before?
I wouldn't know, but so you think this person's not having sex? You think
I genuinely think.
I think that's coming from you. Did you write this? Was this you this morning looking around and going, well then why not just go and have a wank or something if it's like that?
No, but
that's not going to be enough.
No, because
the porn is made in America or something.
Exactly.
It's homegrown.
Exactly.
OnlyFans porn, British.
I want British, mate.
We're doing quite well on the British porn front, aren't we?
Are we?
Well, we got that woman who sleeps with loads of men and all that. Pretending that I don't know what her name is.
Oh, what, Bonnie and Lily?
Yeah. I feel like we're representing. I know. Yes. Yeah, that was the one I watched.
Yeah, of course it was, you filthy monkey.
So that would be my advice. Go and watch the Bonnie Blue documentary.
Bonnie Blue documentary.
Yeah, and then you could be proud that we still make something in this country. Lots of spunk.
Oh,
sorry.
God.
We've got some. We could be proud of something. Okay, they're moving the question on. He's moving the question. That's right.
Yeah.
You apologise for that.
Our manufacturing base has been hollowed out.
This is good. The next one's good. The next one fits in very well with this. This was very appropriate.
Dear Francis, I caught myself wiping down the kitchen counters before the cleaner came round. Is that respect or madness?
And this was from Bonnie Blue.
This was from Bonnie.
This was from her. Are you on a first name basis with her?
Well, with Bonnie. Oh,
yeah.
She loves a bit of trigonometry.
The B-dog.
Yeah, B-dog. She loves
Cool.
a bit of trigonometry.
So I caught myself. Yeah, this is the classic. People cleaning up before they're clean. I mean, first of all, it feels to me like a little bit of a humble brag.
Yep.
They're just going, I got the cleaner coming round. Like they can employ a cleaner.
Yeah. Do you ever clean a Josh?
we had a cleaner when I did well for about 6 weeks, about 5 years ago, something like that. So we did have a cleaner, but she wasn't great, and it was that classic thing where you end up just doing the cleaning before they get there.
Why?
Well, this is because you feel guilty.
Why?
Because people are stupid, and you sort of employing somebody, and you think, oh well, it would be terrible if they came around and saw that the top of my microwave was underneath was all filthy and stuff. They're going to judge me. You're not paying for. Here we go. You're not paying for a cleaner. You're paying for a tidier, and that's the difference. You're paying for someone who's going to come around and move the pillow and puff it up and maybe do a bit of hoovering. I don't even consider hoovering that's not clean. Like cleaning is fucking. And I've got thoughts about this. I'm everybody in a relationship. One person is a cleaner and one person is a tidier.
Okay.
Now, when I mean cleaning, it means you're getting into the oven. You're doing it. You're cleaning out the kettle, getting the lime scale out, whatever it is. That's the cleaner. Every relationship needs a cleaner, and you don't get the credit for being a cleaner because the tidier thinks that they're just going to do some pillows or put the duvet back on, and they think, oh look, I know I did the cleaning as well. No, you did some tidying. Cleaning involves sweat and muscle, and you could tell that the muscle that I have is all just from being a cleaner.
Mate, that went off in a direction I did not predict.
Well, I'll ask anybody. I mean, look, no offense, you're single. I don't know if people knew that about you, but anybody out there in a relationship will identify either they are the cleaner, in which case they're going to be angrier because they're not getting the credit they deserve.
Yeah.
Or they're just going to be a tidier and they know that they're getting away with their bullshit. And I'm calling, and I'm willing to, on a hard-hitting podcast, I am willing to call out those fucking tidiers who think that they're cleaners. Fuck you.
Jackie, what camp do you fall into?
I've had no sleep. You're a cleaner. That's what I'm saying. You clean the pots, right? You're going to get on it. Yeah, absolutely. Fair enough. It winds me up when there's all this sort of distribution of housework stuff. And it's like, oh, men are so shit and all of that. It's like, no, I would say most men are cleaners.
Yeah.
We've got to get out of that frustration and on that.
Is that the lack of sex?
On that
Brilliant.
She never so spotless now.
There you go.
So, yes, it is respect. To go back to this question, is it respect or madness? It's respect. You're respecting your cleaner, aka your tidier.
So when I get a cleaner, I don't do any of that. But if she does a great job,
racist.
I once had a male cleaner.
Okay.
Fucking useless.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I'm sexist and racist when it comes to cleaners. I am genuinely.
How are you racist when it comes to cleaners?
There is nobody better at cleaning than a Latin American woman.
Interesting.
They're the best.
Is this related to your mother?
No, my mother was a terrible cleaner. Look, there's exceptions that prove every rule. But if you want a good cleaner, you get a little Latino lady in, and she will absolutely smash it.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example. So I go and stay at a good friend, a former guest of the show, Big Winston Marshall.
Yep.
He's got a pad in New York. Of course he does.
Name drop in there.
No, he's been on the show.
I'm you're just like, oh, look, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a mate of mine. He's one of my few friends, mate.
Okay.
I've got about 3 now. Anyway, so don't mean to brag. He's got a pad in New York, and he lets me stay. And he says, on the condition that you clean it and you leave it as is. Fair enough. Right? I was staying there with my ex. It's a Puerto Rican heritage. And she went to and then when she left, I was like, okay, we've cleaned. That's fine. She went, this isn't clean. We need to clean it.
Yeah.
And then she spent an entire day cleaning it. Then when he came back and he went into the flat, his words, not mine, were, this is the best the place has ever looked. She can stay whenever she wants.
And then you broke up with her, right?
Yeah.
That was if you are staying at someone's place, yes, you should leave it cleaner than when you arrived. And that is part, if you're staying certainly for free. And when I do Airbnbs, we will always leave it actually cleaner, even though we're paying. It's ridiculous.
But you pay a cleaning fee.
No, I know, but we still spend about a day. We want to get a good review. So we spend about a day.
Yeah, but you've got kids and kids are filthy.
Fair enough. But I really make it better, nicer. I don't know why.
You're a good man, Josh.
Yeah, it's probably stupid. I'm going to stop doing it.
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay, and let's see if I can stay at Winston's.
Is that respect or madness? It's respect.
I'm only saying that, just so Winston will invite me to stay for free in his place in New York.
Dear Francis, I bought my nephew an expensive Lego set and he played with the box instead. Is joy always cheaper than we think?
Yeah, I mean, this hurts.
Does it?
Yes, this goes deep. Just because they first of all, whoever it is doesn't need to say bought an expensive Lego set. They're all expensive.
How expensive is Lego now?
You can't fathom how expensive it is. It's so insanely expensive.
Really?
And it's about half an hour's entertainment for a rate. It works out probably more expensive than a movie. So a movie is what, a tenner maybe?
No, a movie's about 18 quid.
Okay, well, it depends.
Oh, what, you mean
going
cinema?
to nice one. Yeah, cinema price is what. So the point is...
Oh, mate, I'm not sitting with animals fingering themselves around me. I'm not doing that.
Fair enough. That's the last time I asked you to take my kids to cinema. But what? But yeah, it's really expensive, and it's like 50 quid for something that's about that big that might take about 2 hours to build, an hour and a half to build, and then of course they pull you in because it's like, got to get the Star Wars, got to get the Marvel. I mean, I'm spending most of the small amount of money I have on Lego sets. They're all obsessed with it, and then one bit gets broken off and lost, and then it just becomes totally worthless. It just all ends up in a big bundle somewhere, so you can't even like rebuild it. It makes me sort of upset. So and then chucking away the box is like. Chucking away the box is like admitting defeat, and they deliberately make the boxes so that you can't kind of keep the box. Like they want you to build it for a bit to break, and then you have to go and buy a new one. Like if you were clever, you build it and then you break it up and then put it in the box, and it would be secure to be rebuilt is the idea. But they deliberately make those boxes like hard to open so that you've kind of ripped it and then you just throw away the box, and then you're fucked. Then you've got to go and buy a new fucking... there's just a lot of... I've just spent a lot of money on Lego.
Like how much is Lego?
I've told you, like it's about...
You haven't told me. You haven't been specific.
Okay, so something this big is about £20. Something about this big is about £50. And then up to like £80 for something about this big. And then even 100, 120, and even 500 if you want to get like build the Death Star, or 1,000 or £1,000 or whatever.
What, $1,000 on Lego?
Yeah, people are like totally obsessed. I mean, I'm not saying I'm spending £1,000 on Lego, but cumulatively, cumulatively,
I don't know.
Whatever it is, I've spent a lot of money on Lego. Going through Star Wars and Marvel, it's So for me, chucking away the box is a sign of defeat.
Really?
It's just like that. That's 50 quid. That there's nothing I'm going to get back for that. There's no way I can sell it online or...
And they love it. Do they love Lego?
Yeah, they love it for the hour that it takes to build it.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of, they'll stick it on the corner and then a bit will break off, and then you've got to just chuck it all into the big Lego bin. Not bin, but just the Lego collecting thing.
But do they not make their own Lego set?
One of them has, and that is actually giving me some joy because he started sort of cutting bits of Lego up to make new Lego. He's a Lego extremist and creating new characters.
And that's your favorite?
Well, right now I'm getting on very well with him because he is the middle child and he knows, I'm into comic books and I'm into Lego. But he is, and he's doing creative things. And I love it. I love seeing him do all that. Yeah.
There you go.
Obscure. He made his own Blue Beetle. People wouldn't even know, like the old... No, not Blue Beetle, Booster Gold. People wouldn't even know who Booster Gold is.
No.
But it's a niche comic book DC character. And he painted his own Lego guy into Booster Gold.
That's really cool.
It's very geeky. And...
how old is he?
He is 12. It's like, he wants to get attention, basically.
Yeah.
And
But he's doing it the right way.
Yeah, by kind of trying to out-geek me.
No, but it's also creating things of value and worth and becoming better at a skill. That's
all
highly admirable.
Yeah, but he knows that that's what I like. Whereas the elder one is, into football.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's a bit of a lad.
Yeah. It's like, who are you? What do we have in common?
Really?
Yeah. Why are you into football? I spent a lot of effort to make sure you weren't into football.
Who does he support?
Spurs. That's the one bit that I don't mind.
He's a Spurs fan. Did you explain to him that he's setting himself up for a life of disappointment, frustration, and misery?
Well, he's already Jewish, so.
Although they did win something last year, so he's probably lulled into a full sense of security.
Yeah, and I went along and I had to pretend I was like a Spurs. I went along to White Hart Lane.
You went to the game?
No, I went to like the celebration with the people on the bus.
Yeah.
I had to sort of chaperone him. I think we nearly died, actually. We nearly got killed. There was a bit where we were kind of kettled in and it all went a bit crazy and it just was getting tighter and tighter and we couldn't escape this one little bit.
Was he having the time of his life?
Yeah, he loved it. He just loved it. But the point is, I had to pretend that I gave a shit.
Yeah.
It was really hard. It was like, people were like so excited. Hey! I was like, yeah, this is like I just name me one Spurs player soon who's left or whatever now.
Yeah, he's
left. I had to fake it. I had to properly fake it.
Yeah, to fake it.
Because I was with the hardcore, proper Spurs fans, like the real deal.
Yeah.
And we were there, they had the flag, men touching each other.
So he's a Spurs fan. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway, fantastic.
Does that answer that question?
Yeah. Is joy always cheaper than we think? It is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Spurs.
Have we got time for one more, Jackie? Last one. Dear Francis, a family across the road eat dinner in front of the TV every night. Ours insists on the table. Is either way more proper?
First of all, it's fucking weird that this person knows what's going on with the family.
I'm going to push back on that.
Okay.
We're all nosy little bastards. If you could see over the flat opposite you and what they were doing, you'd have a cheeky little peek if you could.
Yeah, I just think that they're really putting tabs on this family. They know what time they're eating every night. They're spying it. They're confirming every night. Every night, this person is like ticking off. Oh, look, yeah, okay, fine, tick it off on the pad. Family eating dinner together again. I don't know. I find this deeply suspect. I think this is a little bit weird. And they're judgy, in front of the TV.
Yeah,
it's like this person is waiting to that. This is the one joy this person has in their life. I'm sorry to disparage your fan base, but the one joy is to kind of judge the family across the road, this scum family, for eating their meal in front of the telly. I guess I'm feeling a little bit touchy about this.
Because you do that.
No, we eat McDonald's. Not every night, but quite a lot.
Do you eat a lot of McDonald's?
Sure do.
Do you?
Yeah, it got a bit silly.
I don't find McDonald's that tasty.
No, fuck tasty. Try cooking a meal for 5 kids for 7 people. It's like, that's 2 hours of my life.
Wow.
Doing that. I hate cooking. Unfortunately, I'm happy to be blessed by being very good at it.
Are you a good cook?
Yeah, I'm fine, but I'm a slow cook, not a quick cook. I'm very methodical, and that's what makes me such a good cook. I do it with love. I have to give it 100%.
It's like you love making. Yeah. But
not 2 hours.
But I never thought about that. Of course, with a big family, it's a lot of work. Like to cook a meal every day for 7 people.
And cooking many meals, or cooking a bunch of meals, because now they're eating a bunch of different things, and you've got to cook a bunch of meals during the day.
Or what, is one of them veggie now?
No, but, just being a prick. And then you've got a couple of them being pricks.
When one of them is a prick, the other one's a prick.
Yeah, well, look, if you're already making something else, you're like, all right, I'll do. But the point is, I'm cooking a lot of meals, and I really hate it and resent it. And I'm doing all the cleaning.
It's just like, I never thought, but because I don't have kids, but that is, having 5 kids is basically a job.
It is a job, but I guess it's
a full-time job.
I cannot eat. That's my problem. So I have to remind myself, because I can survive for 2 days without eating.
Can you?
If I'm a naturally lazy person. So if it's a choice between cooking and starving, I'll gladly starve.
Yeah.
But you don't have that choice when you've got kids. You have to cook the meals.
How old's your oldest?
16.
Can he not help with doing a bit of cooking?
No, but he started doing some scrambled eggs or something like that.
Yeah.
And eating it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Not in front of the telly. But yeah, anyway, going back to this question, is there a more proper? Yes, of course. You should be having dinner with your family.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it feels like every night, Friday night is pizza night, and then maybe one night a week we'll do fish and chips or something. But then we'll eat in the sitting room and watching some movie together. But to do this every night in front of the telly feels like a shame. It's nice to sit with one of the nice things about having a family is to sit around a kitchen table and ask how your day is and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit cliched, but it's nice. It's like, actually this was a good decision I made.
Yeah. To bring all these people into existence.
Yeah. And find out the fun stuff that they get up to and hear their opinions on things and stuff, which you're not going to get, I don't think, in front of a telly.
No, you're not.
You're just going to get like, oh, I don't want to have to watch this again. Just choose a film.
And then one will storm off. And then one will be on the iPad and they're like, they're not watching it.
Yeah, well, I wish my youngest, who is 7 now, is addicted to the iPad, which was childhood COVID. And I can't get him to watch even TV shows.
Really?
He can't. So now the only way I can get him to watch telly is if YouTube is on the telly.
Get him to watch a bit of Trig.
You think, well...
Or this show.
You think they'll stick with it?
Yeah.
I mentioned you at the end.
Yeah.
He won't stick this far. Even going to the cinema with him, he won't. 5 minutes, he'll just start freaking out. They've got... It's totally my fault, and I feel terrible about it. Everything is in 5-minute snippets.
Yeah, 5-minute chunks.
Terrible. Is that a good way to finish this?
No, it's a terrible way to finish, but it's the ending that we have. It's much like life. Death is a terrible way to end life, but it's all we've got. Anyway, on that upbeat note, Joshy, thank you very much for coming on the show. You have a show to plug. Plug the show.
Our comedy show?
Yes.
Not Free Speech Nation.
No. Well, you can plug Free Speech Nation as well.
Yeah, we've got a comedy show coming up in October, you and I.
Yes. What day is it?
It is
It's October the 9th, Josh.
October 9th. And what are we doing? We're doing like 40 minutes each, 50 minutes each?
Yeah.
And it's good. I wouldn't even say riffing here. This is just genuinely a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But on the 9th will be actual jokes.
Yes.
Like funny bits that have taken many years and days to put together. So it'll be good. It's going to be funny stand-up.
Okay. Well, I mean...
I shouldn't have to reiterate how it's going to be really good.
No.
Hopefully they would watch this and go, oh, I want to spend an hour and a bit in these guys' company. They're very funny. But I feel like we got a bit bogged down with the politics a little bit. A bit of migration came in. So, sorry.
It's meant to be said. Just October the 9th. The link will be in the description. Come and just watch us do stand-up. Oh, I don't know. All right. Well... Sorry. Well, it is what it is now, mate.
Sold it? Do you think?
No, I don't think we fucking sold it, mate.
How many tickets do you think this podcast is going to sell?
3 at best.
It's optimistic.
All right. See you next week. Like and subscribe.